I'm not worried about losing my money. Like if I lost my money, I'd be fine. I'm worried about brain damage, and I'm worried about losing my wife. So I think there are some people that the money is part of their identity, and that very much is not true for me. So money did not in any way, shape, or form change how I felt about myself, which I think is good, because it means that's why I'm not afraid of losing it. But you know, the person you have to become to get the wealth, that means something to me. And that's why brain damage scares me so much, because that would take that away.
Right, so your two greatest assets are your wife and your mind.
Yes.
Because you know, now in your life, you know that with your growth mindset, you can create, and you can always be in a great place, and the money will come if that's what you want. Whereas back in the day, maybe you didn't know that.
I didn't, and I'll take slight exception to that, and it'll be interesting to hear what your thoughts are. So when people say, you know, if you just want it and you're going after it, it's gonna happen. I will tell a very different story. So anybody listening, let me tell you this. The struggle is guaranteed, the success is not. The money may never come. So every great success story has a certain element of timing, there's a certain amount of luck that goes into it. Now, you have to be prepared to be able to capitalize on that. Like the inhuman amount of work that we did to launch Quest, to launch Impact Theory, most people just are definitely not going to work that hard, that tenaciously for that long, or get that good and face their inadequacies day after day. But at the same time, for it to be the kind of success that it was, there was timing involved. So it became readily apparent to me that I may never get rich, but I could definitely do something that I loved every day. And so what I know is, even if I lost my money, that through simple things like being grateful, being willing to build from the ground up again, putting in the work, doing something that's meaningful, serving not just myself but other people, I can live a life that's fulfilling. And since that's the only thing that really affects your neurochemistry, because I'm always telling people, look, the punchline of life is not wealth, it's not fame, it's not admiration, it's how you feel about yourself when you're by yourself. That doesn't require wealth. In fact, wealth can't touch that. So now becoming a badass, like that will make you feel good about yourself. And that's something that nobody can take away. So it's like my focus is all around that. I think making money is really fucking hard. So it's like I'm not fooling myself. I'm trying to build the next Disney, right? But I know that the odds of me actually pulling that off are essentially zero. So it becomes a thing of love the process.
Right, just keep loving it no matter what. What do you say to people who make fun of people that say pursue your passion?
Well, I think it's actually advice pointed in the right direction. So if you had said, what do I think of people that say, find your passion? I will say they mean very well, but they don't understand what passion actually is. So I think because a rare breed of individual develops a passion when they're young, they then mistake it for, I found my passion, but that's not really true. So I'll walk you through my own. So I loved movies as a kid. So that is what I call, you get that first glimmer of enjoyment. You're interested in that thing. So I was interested in films. And then it became, my dad brought home a video camera, and that allowed me to engage with it. Now, engaging with the filmmaking process made me realize, whoa, I'm not interested in this, I'm fascinated by it. And the more I learned about it, the more I wanted to learn. And so that led me to film school. And then in film school, I began mastering my craft. Now, the pursuit of mastery, when you realize that you can not only do something for yourself, but you can influence the world. And through this filmmaking, I could actually have an impact on other people. That becomes the real passion, because you're developing this set of skills that means something to you, and it allows you to do something in the world that other people cannot do. So it goes interest to fascination through engagement, engagement to mastery through the learning process. And if at that point you like the way it makes you feel to do it and to impact the people the way that you're impacting them, then that's your passion. But passion is like this, it's like love, if I may. It has to be requited. If it's unrequited and you're doing something but the world doesn't care about it, I don't think it will ever really be a passion. It's got to be something that gives you this positive feedback loop.